Hey Aussie gamers, and to everyone that loves video games and things alike, this is the Aussie Gamers Express video game podcast. Born and bred within the land of opportunity and slow, overpriced internet. For news, reviews, and video game related fun, keep listening along with your hosts, Lucas and Red. This is episode 160, and today is Monday the 20th of February 2017. Welcome to the Aussie Gamers Express video game podcast. I am your host Lucas, and here with me is my co-host and very good friend Red. How are you, my friend?
I am very, very good, and I know we made comment last week, but if you were, I know we take time off over Christmas, but if you were to put every show back to back, you'd get, and listen to one a week, you get 3 years of listening.
You probably would. But what are you referring to? What did we say last week?
How good it was to be episode 159, how far we've come, and that everyone's like never made it this far, and we're the best, and just generalising.
Oh yeah, because we're up to episode 160. Gotcha. Yeah, I know. It's almost like it goes up one every week.
Fuck no. You don't ask me to work that out. I'm Tasmanian.
All right, before we start, here is this week's show in preview. First up, we will have video game discussion, and then we'll do video game news. And in this week's news, we have Spelunky programmer shoots from downtown, Konami considerably in the black post Kojima, and then early hands-on with the Switch and the Ramifications. After the news, we're going to What's That Sound, then we'll do Red Shout, and we'll have some last words before we finish the show. So, first up in video game discussion, Red, what have you been playing?
Oh, I'll get the smallest portion of my gaming title out of the way. Yesterday, I played some Neo, and also the day before, my cousin Pearl, he came over with Dirch, and he bought his PlayStation, and I said, upload your save file and I can download it here. Oh, he goes, I'll just bring my PlayStation. He is from Wynyard, so that's okay. So he bought his PlayStation with him, plugged in, he goes, oh, your TV looks a little weird, looks a little bit bright. Have you got the settings up? And I went, yeah, to 4K. That was pretty cool. So I played some Neo, got him around, he goes, oh, okay, keep dying at the first boss, Not the Derek the Executioner one, the next one. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, all right. Yeah, I'll do the right thing. I'll help you out. Give it here. I load in, and I'm like, why is that door not open? He goes, oh, I didn't know it was meant to open. It said it's locked. And I said, yes, this is not the first boss. I said, this is merely just a minion.
Oh, no.
So I proceed to beat this minion.
Oh, that wasn't the one in armor, was it?
Yeah, those yokai ones that summon from the little grey pools of, like the misty shit.
Oh no, Red, you can't say I'm shit anymore. Not that you say I'm shit, but we allude to it sometimes, but wow, I don't want to say he's shit either, but he's struggling.
Yeah, so I got him past that. I unlocked the door and he went, holy shit. Do you remember in the first main level, when you beat that first yokai, I get the purple key, I unlock the door, and then the village is on fire?
Yeah.
So I unlock those doors, and he just looks out and goes, holy shit.
Good luck to you, man.
So I go to his items. I've realised that he's not used 20 items that he should have used.
Oh, sounds like my issues in life.
I realise his shortcut menu's set up like poo. So I set all that up. I pop all the soul crystal thingies, Amarita crystals, and take him to the shrine. I flog off all his old armour and stuff and weapons he's not using, level him up, and he goes, oh shit, because he was about level 7 at this stage. I'm like, no wonder you're getting maxed out here, man. I said, I spent 2 hours at the first shrine running circles, leveling up. I just knew I'd need to because I'm not as good as some of these other blokes that do, or a lot of the other people that play it. So I prepped myself to do it. So anyway, I ran through the village that was on fire, got to the boss, saved it and turned it off. Said, right, you're doing this for yourself. Calls me yesterday. Is this game co-opable? I'm like, yeah, of course. what are you doing? I said, why? And he goes, can't beat the first boss. I went, oh, wow. Rightio. So I dropped everything. I said, yeah, that sucks. Because he bought it, and I thought he'd go all right, but he's struggling a bit, but he bought it digitally, so there's none of this 7-day return policy because I don't like it sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I thought, yeah, no worries. Okay, then. Whack her in. Let's go. So it's not until I went back to the first level with my guy that I realised how good my guy's spec'd. But it wasn't until I helped my son out and Pierce out on that first part how actually hard, really painfully hard it was at the start. It really was. I forget that now because I've spent so many hours with it.
Yeah.
And progressively got better and got used to my character and my play style. So not only have they got very little specs in certain areas, but they've put it in the areas that they think is right, and that's probably right for them, but it's totally different for me. So I had no really abilities per se, or I unlocked any of the sword abilities, so all I had to do was duck in, hit, duck out, so it was a very slow process. But the game had already taught me how to do that, so with patience you can overcome anything. That's like where I'm at the moment. I'm almost level 100 at the level I'm at, and Brendan Brownie, you'll be listening, I know you will be. He's been loving it. He's a few hours away from a platinum on it now.
Wow.
Where I am now at level 93, 94, he was going through at 65, 70.
Mm-hmm.
And just patiently beating it and moving on. Where I die, go back. I'd quit that level, go back another level I'd already beaten and farm it, and then level up and go back again. So, yeah, so I helped Pierce with the first boss. We got in there, I just smashed him. I'm like, yeah. And then he goes, oh, okay, thanks for that. And I went, yeah, no worries. And then he goes, I just hit the button again. Can you come help me with the second level? But yeah, rightio. And in all honesty, the only time I've ever asked anyone to come help me was on the second level boss, because to this day, I've probably beaten about 10, 12 bosses now. She was the hardest, and without any specs, she's really, really hard. Weeksy come and gave me a hand, so it was. I couldn't well within myself say no. So I said, yeah, no worries, let's smash through this level. He's now starting to enjoy it because he's past that real hard curve, if you know what I mean. He's got some level ups. He's starting to, right, I can use this axe now, but I can use it in the high stance and really hit hard. I know I'm going to use a lot of stamina, but I've got enough in my skill tree now to be effective. Get in, hammer, 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 get out, and taste a little success. Mm-hmm. So that's all well and good, but that's a massive hump to get over. But also me explaining to him all these different menu items and everything like that, and the shortcuts and how everything works and what regenerates when you hit a shrine and everything. It's shit that I had to work out for myself. It was luckily that Weeksy was playing along at the same time. I'd figure something out, and then he'd figure something out, and then if we didn't know, we'd then go to a wiki and check it out. So, yeah. And so I finally got him over that hump, and then I'm like, oh, okay. So I sat there and I'd done 2 levels of my own on Neo. I went, oh wow, this is really fucking good, which leads me to what I've been doing, because what we should say too, because you did say at the start of the show, this is a short turnaround.
It is, yeah.
What, 4 days between this recording and the last recording?
Yeah, because I think we recorded on Thursday last week, and it's Monday now.
Yeah, exactly. So when I say I haven't done too much, this is why.
Yeah.
But I have logged. In 3 days, I've logged 41 hours on For Honor.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, 34 o'clock mornings, mate. Yes, so For Honor, that's the big one. I've been playing For Honor. I've played 3 campaign missions. Well, 2 of each, so 6, I should say, because some of them blend into one, but it's 2 different missions because it's 2 different factions, because you play as the 3 factions. Don't go looking for a nail-biting, pungent story. It's wicked, it's cool. It feels like multiplayer expansive because you just move on, if you know what I mean. You do like a multiplayer part, which feels multiplayer-ish.
Yeah.
Move on to your next objective, do it again, boss fight. Cool.
Yeah, I can't see that being too bad. Yeah, I reckon that sounds alright.
Fuck no, man. What more could you want? You've got your minions, so your LOL minions, you know, those lane runners that you can just one hit. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, I got a trophy for killing 5,000 of them.
Jeez.
Yeah, I know, right? Then they've got captains, so there's still these AI ones, but they're the ones you can actually lock onto and do the left, right, up with, and they take 3 or 4 hits to kill without them blocking. And then you've got your lieutenants, which are basically your multiplayer characters controlled by your AI.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got a boss.
Right.
So yeah, you just push your way through. It serves as a massive tutorial for the expansive
Multiplayer.
The expansive multiplayer aspect of it. So that's which is really nifty because every character is so different in multiplayer. Not one character controls, handles, or has the same combinations of buttons and presses and blocks as the other one. So you kind of, like I just mentioned, League of Legends or your Dota or even your Overwatch, every character's kind of individual, so you kind of really got to become the master of one or the jack of all trades. But you kind of got to become the jack of all trades so you know how everyone else plays and what their unbreakables or unblockables are, so then you can combat them. Because there's not only blocking, there's parrying, there's dodging, there's preemptive striking. It's really, really good. I played the beta and I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of over this now. 1 map, 2 modes sort of thing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
There's a couple of extra modes now. There's more characters to use. The thing is, it works kind of like the Rainbow Six Siege where you get the renown and you unlock the operators.
Yeah.
The only way they've gone with this, you don't get quite as much renown, quite as much steel as you do renown. They're both the same thing, so we'll just call them dollars for the sake of the conversation. So you need $500 to recruit each different warrior in For Honor. But the thing is, you can use them without paying that $500 out of your bank, but you can't upgrade them or unlock abilities for them or unlock gear for them. You just use them like on a hire a mercenary sort of a contract, like your Forza games.
Yeah.
You race the car, but you don't get the manufacturer XP or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So you can still give them a go. You're not held under any tight ship. So you pick one, and that's your one until you've played 10 games to afford another one.
Yep, dude, hang on 1 second. Sorry. I think someone's at the door.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, we interrupted a little bit there. We had a visitor, and we've got a visitor here. We've got Snoogans with us.
G'day. How are you all?
Hey, man.
Just thought I'd rock up and crash the party.
Yeah, you're a bit fucking rude.
Yeah.
That's terrible, isn't it?
Good to have you. All right, we'll see. We'll see if we can get this microphone a bit closer for you. Hang on. You just have to speak up.
I'll just come and sit on your lap.
No, because I'm still in my pajamas. That'd be a bit weird. But anyway, Red, you were talking about For Honor.
Yes, and through the power of editing, you're going to butt that up really nicely, and it's not going to sound like I was halfway through and then started a new one. So, so in a nutshell, yes, we've talked about what I've been doing there, but yes, I was talking about individual characters and how they play differently, level up, and you level them each up individually, and each has 30 prestiges. So you reach level 20, or you finish level 20, so technically 21, and then you go back to number 1. So your prestige, not unlike Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So I've used the big burly Viking with the big axe and the big beard and the big fucking attitude, and I've prestiged 3 times already.
Bloody hell.
I just love it, mate. It's fantastic. Another thing that needs mentioning is the mini-game aspect of it, like the Risk board game section. After each match, you deploy units, whether to defend a section of the map you already hold or choose to attack one that's a neighbouring one, if you will. And so what sets that up is when you start the game, you choose a faction. So you choose the Samurai Viking or the Pesky Knights. And you then allocate forces. Whether you win or lose, you get slightly different amounts. So like I've deployed 150 units. I've played 150 multiplayer matches. And you deploy them in a section and you try and take the map, which is refreshed every 7 hours, which is called a turn. And there's so many turns in a round, and there's 5 rounds in a season, and a season lasts a month. So massive. And the coolest thing about this is it's not just PlayStation. So everyone that's chosen Vikings from PC, Xbox, and PlayStation are in that pool. That map that refreshes every 7 hours is the same map that everyone gets worldwide for Honor.
Right.
So I think that's really cool. It really
Yeah.
shows what the dominant classes are, and not unlike, you remember Mortal Kombat? You pick your faction at the start?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not unlike that, but this has more of a feeling of like being more prevalent, more in the forefront of the game than what Mortal Kombat did, because you see it after every single game. You see updates, you see numbers, and you see what's happening. The best part is the map at the moment is broken up into 3 sections, and that's where you pick your game modes from. So you've got Duel and Brawl, so that's 1v1, 2v2. And then you've got Deathmatch, which is an elimination, so that's a 4v4. When you die, you're out, and it's a best of 5, kind of like a Search and Destroy.
Yeah.
And then you've got, what to say, Elimination and... Oh, come on, Red, get with the program. There's another one, which is kind of like the Dominion mode, which is domination, but without the points. So you go out, and it's the first to 1,000 wins. And then you've got Dominion, which I just mentioned, which is like domination. You hold the points, you hold certain areas to get points. When you get to 1,000 points as a team, the other team then goes into breaking, so they've got 1 life left each. So eliminate, conquer, game over. And that's really wicked. But then there's a 4th section right up the top, and it's a big statue of a Viking. It says new event, and obviously it's you can't access it at the moment, but I'm really, really hoping it's going to be like an Iron Banner thing. Like in Destiny, where you go in and your gear score counts, because at the moment you've got a gear score, but that only counts in a 4v4 match, not in a duel or a brawl.
Oh, all right. Oh,
So when you go into a duel or brawl, everyone's on a level field, like your Destiny multiplayer.
right.
But when you go into 4v4, say you've got your axe and it's got a bigger throwing distance but less stamina regeneration, then they're not real game-breaking things like the different guns per se in Destiny, but there's just different ways you can play. You can tailor your game mode to be a little bit more team-orientated rather than just a 1v1 sort of situation, which is really, really cool. I really, really dig that aspect. But I really see this new event section that'll open up eventually probably being something like that, the 1v1s and the 2v2s without gear restrictions.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know what more to say other than the fact I'm really, really enjoying it. Today being Monday, the review will be at least in its final draft, if not on the page by close of business tonight, which is 11:59, giving myself all the time in the world. But I will be doing a written review for this one. There's been videos going up on the page. Weeksy goes, I didn't realise I wanted to play it until I played it. And I'm like, yes, I think a lot of people would be like that because it's rather infectious. But it can, as infectious and enjoying as it can be, it can be frustrating at times when you run into sweaty little 12-year-olds. It's not unlike every other multiplayer out there, but this one's just a little bit more technical and not so reliant on pure reflexes alone. There's got to be a little bit of skill and a bit of chess play in there, if you will. So,
Is it safe to say that if you're listening to this, the written review is going to be on the AussieGamesExpress.com website, right? Because this is out on Sunday.
Fuck yes. If not, I don't have a job.
Yeah, we've sacked him.
Yeah, fuck him off.
Nah, no worries. All good. All right, what else, man? Was that it?
That's it, yeah. Nah, as we said, short turnaround. I've put over, 41 hours into For Honor multiplayer so far, so there's not a lot more time for anything else because there's been cricket and football on as well.
All right, well, how about I go through what I've been playing?
Yes, please, and thank you.
All right, well, first on my list is Sniper Elite 4. Last week I talked about predominantly, well, that's all I talked about was the campaign, because that's
Yes.
about all I'd gotten through so far, because it was early days. And the written review reflected just the campaign as well. The written review on AussieGamesExpress.com now has an update to it where it has covered the multiplayer experience plus the co-op experience. And allow me to tell you how I went. I absolutely annihilated the multiplayer team deathmatch in my first match.
And then retire.
And I'm never playing it ever again. So I played my first match. The thing is, the problem with the multiplayer in a game like this, this game's not well known for multiplayer, so it's not well populated. So when I first loaded the game, it was just me and one other person, so 1v1.
Yep.
And it was really hard because it's massive maps and it's really hard to find the others. But anyway, I got a few early kills, and then the game started to populate while we were playing. So basically in the last sort of couple of minutes of the match, it was full, and I'd already had time in the match, so I was in the lead and managed to win. But then come the next match, it was full populated. So you might go through, a match or two where there's no one to play with, but it slowly fills up, and then you've got a game full of people. So it went all right. It's got the typical game modes like the team deathmatch. It's got my favourite one from Sniper Elite 3 was No Cross. Do you remember that one?
Yeah. Got the crater in the middle, so it's all sniping, no sneaking up and using fucking SMGs.
That's right, because you do. I found that in a couple of the normal TDM matches that I played, there were a lot of people just running around with the machine gun.
The thing is, you get no points for that.
It's Sniper Elite. You're getting kills and pissing people off, but that's not the game. It's not how it's meant to be. Well, that's
because the majority of your points, I'm not sure about number 2, so this is why I'm putting it out there so you can clarify for me. The longer you shot, the better your score you get for the kill.
Yeah, it is. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I thought, per yard.
But, so it was annoying to have people running around doing that sort of stuff. But anyway, I did all right in it, and there's also the longest shot multiplayer game as well, where for each, call it meter or foot or whatever of like sniping you do, it all gets tallied together. So for your team, so if I get a 100 meter shot, 100 meter goes in the kitty. And then if I get another 100 meter kill, another 100 meters goes in the kitty.
Nice.
Some people do 200-300 meter shots. All that goes in the kitty for each team, and whoever has the most accumulated distance at the end of the round wins. So that's a pretty cool game mode.
Sick.
The thing is, it's just they're not very populated. So you might struggle to get games, or you might find out you're in games with only 1 or 2 other people, which can be annoying because if there's 3 people in a match, one team's going to be...
Reckon.
They're going to have double the amount of people because it's 2 versus 1, and it's a bit annoying. But where the multiplayer or the online aspect shines with Sniper Elite 4 is in the co-op stuff, because it's amazing fun. I played probably a few hours of the co-op with Repremier the other night, and at the moment there's only 2 maps that you can do the co-op on, but the maps are so large that you can do completely different things the second time round. And the co-op one that we played was the Overwatch, where Jason was up on the top of the hill and he only had a sniper rifle. I was down on the ground and I only had an SMG and a silenced pistol. So
sign me up.
Yeah, I had to go around and do all the groundwork while Jason gave me Overwatch. Yeah,
Ghost Recon 1944.
Yeah, I reckon you would enjoy this, Red. And so I'm walking around and Jason's picking them off for me. And there are all these different secondary objectives, primary objectives, and optional objectives to do, and different collectibles within the map. But the maps are massive. We played it on hard, and it probably took us the best of maybe 2 hours just to get through. And we didn't even do... we did all the optional objectives, but there are still other things that you could do. We didn't kill everyone. We sort of just tried our best to get through because it was a bit of a struggle because it was hard. And that's only the one map. So we can do the second map, which is going to be probably just as large. I haven't looked at yet. And then there are multiple different ways to do it because the maps are just that big that you can just go different ways, see different things, and absolutely amazing. So that for me is where it'll shine. The adversarial PvP sort of aspect to it, I'm never really that interested in, but this one still goes the extra mile and gives you these awesome modes. On top of the co-op Overwatch, there's also survival, which is horde mode.
Yep, I remember that. Yep.
There's one other mode as well, which is escaping me off the top of my head. I can't remember. But there is another. I think there's 3 different ones you can do. But it's all
Like extracting, like getting it out of there.
No, I don't think it is. But it's all on the AussieGamesExpress.com website on their review. I've put all the different types on there. So I've had a really good time with that. But unless either of you have got any questions about it, that?
No, you just emphasised on what you said last week.
No.
Played it pretty well.
All right. Well, then I'll explain to you guys why I haven't played much more of Sniper Elite 4. And that's because of this game. Pat, he can see what I'm pointing at because he's in the room with me. Horizon Zero Dawn.
Shut up and take my money.
Now, if you're jealous because we've been playing it early, you should be, because Horizon Zero Dawn is amazing. I'm playing it on a PlayStation 4 Pro. And I said to my wife last night when I was playing it, I don't know if I've played a game that looks this beautiful. Although I do have a 4K TV now and I haven't played most of the past games in 4K, but Horizon Zero Dawn looks second to none. It's absolutely stunning.
Built for it, isn't it?
The graphics are amazing, the lighting is amazing, the gameplay is amazing, everything is brilliant in it. And look, I haven't finished the game, but I've played it for probably about 8 hours. I checked the save game file, and yeah, I've put about 8 hours into it, and made it stunning. I was thinking of how to describe it. Now, I often do it when I'm talking about games, is I'll refer to a game as a mashup of other games.
Yeah, of course.
With this one, I said it was Tomb Raider, Far Cry 4, plus robotic dinosaurs.
So Assassin's Creed didn't get a look in?
Yeah, a little bit Assassin's Creed, yeah, because there's a little climbing mechanic to it.
Yeah, and
And the parkour across fallen trees and whatnot. If you just run up to it, just parkour straight over the top of it. You don't have to jump. It's very fluid.
That's right.
do you kind of unlock map by reaching a high point without giving too much away?
Yes, you do.
Assassin's Creed.
It's Assassin's Creed to a point, but I'm not giving that away, because when I did that for the first time last night.
Yeah.
And it was epic.
Yeah, I may have seen some videos.
Did you? Oh, okay.
I'm fucking keen, man.
Where'd you see the videos?
PlayStation Access. Beep, 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 beep. Access. Yeah, fuck.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't want to spoil that, because the way I felt when I did that, I'm like, and I wasn't 100% sure what I was doing, but then I'm like, I think that just unlocked a shit ton of the map, and I went to the map, I'm like, yep, it's opened up this whole area, and the map,
Sickened it.
like, I was in this area of map, right, and I thought, this is quite large, and then I went into the map and zoomed out, went, whoa! That's really, really big.
So we can go on note now saying Aussie Games Express won't be requesting review copies for anything for about 8 months.
Oh, it's going to take a very long time to do things, but it is all like heavily influenced, I think, by Far Cry 4. Like, even the map
I can see
looks
that.
very Far Cry-ish.
Yeah.
The icons that get put on the map, because you can purchase like maps to treasure maps, and the icons that pop up look like that of Fallout. There's also little icons on the map that show you where species can be located, like in Far Cry. I mean, Far Cry, obviously they were real animals. Now they're like the weird dinosaur ones.
But still resource points where you get certain resources from. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
the crafting as well lends from Far Cry. You know, you need animal skins, you need meats, bones.
Yeah, that's right. So there's crafting that can be done. So instead of just killing the robots, if you hit specific points on their body, it knocks off resources. There's a resource in there called Blaze, which is basically like petrol, I guess, and maybe what they run on. But you use Blaze to craft like explosives, to craft the fire arrows and all that sort of stuff. So if you want that stuff, hit it off their back, and you don't even necessarily need to kill them. So if you hit off a canister of blaze off the top of like a timid robot that'll run away afterwards, you can still go and collect what you've hit off them. So, yeah, it's amazing.
Skill tree?
Yeah, massive skill tree. In 8 hours, I've only managed to unlock the first row and a couple from the second. So there's plenty of upgrades. You know, upgrading your health, upgrading your abilities, like the ability to have extra balance, which means you can use your bow and arrow from...
tree branches.
From branches, from rope, like if you're walking across a tightrope sort of thing. There's things where you can slow down time when you're aiming your bow. You can slow down time
running, sliding,
when you
aiming.
Run and jump, when you slide, all that sort of stuff. There's heaps in there to do.
Can you farm XP?
You can, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's just so much in this game. Side quests are given to you randomly through the map, and it'll put it into an easy to use menu on whether you want to do the side quest or not. I've done all of them to date, strangely enough. But
start calling it Luke mode.
Well, but the thing is, I'm playing it on normal difficulty, and it's not an easy game. Like it's kind of a little bit Dark Souls-esque with the enemies too. Like some of the enemies can be quite easy to take down if you hit them in the right spot, but they will hit like a ton of bricks.
Because we played a little of the Expo, and you do enter into that third-person battle scenario.
Yeah, and
that's sick.
They're amazing.
One of the big things that I found as well, the animals that are predatory, they're smart.
Yes, they are.
They are insanely intelligent. They will outflank you. If you're generally what you'll have your timid animals in a herd, so to speak, and you'll have 2 or 3 of the more aggressive watching over the herd. And if you're taking out a timid before you've dropped one of the aggressive ones, it will actually sneak around behind you.
Yes, they do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck off, like a raptor.
They kind of look like raptors, some of it.
But even ones that are sort of like lion-esque or sort of based on a crocodile sort of thing. Yeah, just many times I've been sitting there lining up a shot and then whack and 2 shots and I'm down.
Yeah, and they will hurt you. But yeah, there's upgrades as well where you can do like a visceral attack from Bloodborne. So if you knock them down, you can go up to them and like just jam your spear into them to do like a shit ton of damage. But there's nothing that I can say about this game that's negative yet. It's absolutely amazing. Now we're playing it on an early build of the game, so it doesn't have its day one patch. So not 100% sure on what may or may not be sort of upgraded or fixed, because there are a couple of graphical issues that here and there, and some of the animations pop a little bit. But yeah, there's been absolutely no update. It's literally just installed and played. So this is the earliest.
There is a day one patch coming for the Pro that we know definitely of.
Yeah.
Which does fix was it frame rate and some HDR settings.
Yeah. Not that there's any frame rate issues at the moment, but there may be later in the game or something like that. But I've not run into any major issues. The game's running well, no crashes, no frame rate drops, nothing really. It plays quite well. The characters are good. The story's nice and easy to follow, and is actually really interesting.
Oh, good.
There's certain parts of it that absolutely floored me though. Just the story, and without getting into it, there are parts that I sat there just mouth open, questioning. You know,
go on, get into it.
Questioning if I wanted to get onto it. You know, I questioned if I wanted to go on or just sit there and think about life choices for a while. But that's one of the big draw cards. The story, once it really starts kicking on, it's just another aspect that you really can't fault.
Yeah, it's good, and something I wasn't expecting. I didn't really know it would be this heavy on it. It's got a lot of dialogue options in there too, like RPG aspects, where It kind of reminds me, and I mentioned this last night, it bears resemblance to Skyrim as well. Not only for the RPG aspects, but also like the terrain that you're in and the land.
Yeah.
It's a bit Skyrim-esque. So it was... it's actually quite good for that reason as well. Like you get into conversations with people. There's optional dialogue. You don't have to. You can quit out of the conversation, or you can ask them heaps of questions and learn a bit more about a person, the lore, or what's going on. Anything really. It's
how you respond dictates how they act in a lot of scenarios as well.
Yep.
And
is there a gauge or a meter, like your relationship with each with the different main characters, or
no,
nothing like that.
No.
Oh, so that'd be Skyrim, wouldn't it?
Yeah, there's trials in there, which is basically the game's way of saying he's like a
training scenario.
It helps you train, but it also has like mini games in it. Like there's a few that I've done where you'll get a medal, like you'll get a half medal for finishing it in this time, full medal, or some other type of medal if you do it in the quickest time, where go out and harvest 10 blaze canisters within a minute and a half. Go out and kill 10 enemies using environmental aspects and stuff like that. And it's something that you can also farm for XP as well.
So that's a big aspect. Environmental takedowns and kills.
Yeah, and it's actually really intuitive to use.
Oh, shut up and take my money.
The game won't give you all the weapons after 50 hours of play. You can get them quite early, which is good.
Yeah.
And the weapons are really, really needed, because I've come up against some massive enemies that just kept killing me. So I kept mixing it up. I thought, all right, well, I've got this weapon. I keep forgetting about this weapon. I'm going to use this one. You got to use all of the... You can't just spam it. You can't just do the same thing over and over and over to get by. If you do that, you will die. You need to use the different weapons. There's the rope caster, so you can pin them down to the ground. That's really cool, and you need to do that for ones that keep charging at you. So that'll stop them from charging for a few moments. Then there's also the trip caster, which will shoot like a tripwire onto the ground. And there's different types. You can have them explode or be electricity and things like that. You've got a slingshot, basically, where you can slingshot bombs at your enemies that have different effects. There's the bow and arrow. And there's one I'm missing, I think. Or did I get them all? No, I think I had them all.
Well, that's it, yeah.
And there's upgrades to the weapons. There's mods to the weapons. It's amazing. It is a really good game. Like I said, I haven't finished playing it yet and haven't really gotten into the meat and bones of it, but from what I have played, the boss fights are epic as well. Mm-hmm. Excellent game. I can't say anything bad about it yet. It looks, plays, and is excellent. The hype
to
is
boot,
fair.
you say you got nothing bad to say about it. It's awfully affordable digitally as well.
Mm-hmm.
They've come through again, being a Sony first-party exclusive and not charged the 110 or the 99.95 or whatever the going rate is on a standard AAA title at the moment as well. You can pick it up for about $80.
Yeah. Well, look, I've not played a game from Guerrilla Games that's this well made.
No, I thought you were about to say you've never played a game from Guerrilla Games that has been bad. Better go.
No,
Shadowfall wasn't brilliant.
Yeah, no, that's no.
But it looked good. That the pedigree there, because that was a launch title. Sorry to interrupt. That Killzone Shadowfall.
Yeah.
Looked fucking epic. That put things in scale. The first cutscene when you come flying up over the electronic city, and it's just this depth of detail.
Yeah, and
so the pedigree was good.
The
game was just bad. That's all.
Yeah, but it's really, they're really showing what they can do. If you've got a PlayStation 4, you need to play this.
Mm-hmm. And I will.
and we're not paid to say this shit. This is 100%. That's just how I feel about it. It's great.
Sony have got a good way of putting their name next to things that are pretty fucking brilliant in the last few years.
Mm-hmm. Got any questions about it, or Snoogs, you got anything to say about it?
Probably the other big thing, those of us that, how do we put it? Well, we've called it red moding in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But even those that just enjoy going off the beaten track, it has so much extra to offer.
Yeah.
Not only is it what you see above ground, there are caves, canyons, little
Tombs.
tombs, mechanical doors in the side of the mountain that you've got to try and figure out how to open up, and that opens up a whole new
puzzles.
area. Yeah, it's it keeps you guessing and keeps you looking for those little things. There's a big stealth element in it as well, where you can hide in the grass, work out the patrolling pattern of an animal, and take it down silently.
Did you see what difficulty settings there were? You said you played on normal. Does that mean you looked and seen if there was an easy and a hard?
Yeah,
There's an easy and a hard.
Yeah.
Nice.
You can play it on hard if you like.
Yes, and I will. Yeah, because there's the grassy stealth action, isn't there? As you were just about to start saying, I think, if I cut you off, Pat.
Yeah, very much so. So you can hide in the grass. You've got not only do you have the animals to contend with, you've got other humans, and you've just really got to sort of pick and choose. You can be, just walking through an area or running through an area, not realise that you're about to go through a herd of animals, and then all of a sudden you've got 4 things chasing you that you've got to try and get up a tree to get out of the way and try and take them down, or stand and fight, or try your best to bolt, really.
But yeah, those I think they're called seekers. No, whatever they are. Anyway, the ones that look like raptors. Like, they won't just come at you head on. If there's a couple of them, like you said, they sneak around your back. Like, one will be taking you on head on, and you'll have 1 or 2 coming up from the side or the rear. They're sons of bitches. But
not only do they have close attacks where they can hit you, they've also got ranged where they can shoot out an ice blast, a fire bomb.
Yeah, some of them do. Yeah, but some, like the ones early on, did you notice they do that blinding thing?
Yeah.
Sons of bitches. Some of them don't have a ranged attack, they just have a close attack. But the ones that don't have a ranged attack have this blinding, like, flashbang thing. Sons of bitches. You're like, fuck, now I can't see, it's all blurry. But yeah.
Bastards.
And at midnight, sitting in a dark room, it really does blind you.
Yeah. But no, she's good. We'll be talking about this one for a while to come now.
Yeah.
But that's Horizon Zero Dawn, and that's probably going to be a Game of the Year contender.
That was the question I was going to ask you. I didn't expect you to do what I do. Every new game I play, Game of the Year. But is it the best first 8 hours of a game you played this year?
My memory's not very good with what I've played this year. I know it's only February.
Obviously there's no standouts then.
No, but something makes me think there was. Was there something that I loved this year? Or am I... No, I think that's probably it.
For me, yes.
No, you love the fucking Ghost Recon beta.
Yeah, the Ghost Recon beta. The beta is beta of the year.
And Resident Evil 7.
That's the game I'm thinking of. I knew there was another game that I loved. They're very different. They're obviously chalk and cheese. Well, I can tell you now that these 2 games are very likely going to be my top 5. In what order? I don't know. I have to play Horizon Zero Dawn more.
Yes.
But there you go. That'll be a secret for December this year. All right. Anything else on Horizon Zero Dawn?
Or one more.
Okay. No, you go ahead.
Is there cosmetic, like, can you customise the way you look or stuff like that, colours and...
I don't know if you can go that into it. You can change outfits.
Yeah, you change the whole outfit. And,
that's cool. But so, like, you can work to different outfits that may be or may not have different, like, up your stealth ability or blending ability.
That's exactly how it works. Some of the outfits have different attributes. So yes, one might have better stealth, one might have better armor, one might have better attack. And some have no mods, and some can be modded.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Yeah, wicked. Yeah, I'll leave it there.
Then you also have the ones where you can actually have Aloy's influence on them. So you have a standard sort of armor set that looks like what a lot of the other people in the world are wearing, and then you have a version which has Aloy's attributes to it. So it'll have her specific style and look.
Yeah.
And
and she's good. She's good.
Fucking bastards.
It is a good game, and it's an entertaining, fun tutorial portion of the game at the beginning too.
Yes, definitely something we didn't see coming.
Yeah, no, totally didn't see it coming. I didn't think they would have gone that far into it. Not many games do it, but anyway, you'll see.
Brilliantly done.
No spoilers here.
That's
all right,
wicked.
Anything else, Red?
No. I'm going to leave it there.
Okay then. I think I did some other things this week. What else? Where's my list here? No, I haven't. That's about it. I've got Gravity Rush 2 still in the pipeline, and Psychonauts in the Rhombus of Ruin as well. That's coming. It's a PlayStation VR game that I'll be reviewing.
Oh, nice.
Yep, don't know when.
Can't say I've heard of that one.
Yeah, no, me neither. I didn't even know it was coming until the code arrived and they said review it. So, okay. I will. That one's Double Fine. Double Fine have made that one. You know the Psychonauts games?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know of them. I don't think I've ever played any of them, but yeah, there's a PlayStation VR one coming, and that's called Psychonauts in the Rhombus of Ruin.
Nice.
All right.
Pat's probably got one thing you can add to our first our game talk.
Have you?
I do. Halo Wars 2.
Oh, yes.
So the review is up on AussieGamersExpress.com. But yes, I got a bit of a chance to play it last week, just before release, and I've got to say, mate, one of the best RTSs I've played since StarCraft.
Oh wow! See, I was never a StarCraft snob. I just played Age of Empires.
Yeah, see, I played Warcraft, Age of Empires, StarCraft, Red Alert. Was absolutely nuts for all of them. And when the PlayStation came out and I sort of moved away from being a PC gamer to more of a console, they generally don't work on a console. You know, there's always been a keyboard and mouse sort of thing.
I got burned on PS2. There was a game called KK&D, Crush, Kill and Destroy.
Yeah, I remember that.
And that was RTS, and that was fucked.
Well, a few things.
Just to move the map.
Yeah. Well, a few things that Halo Wars has done is a lot of your units are actually grouped. So instead of when you build a new unit, instead of it being a single, it'll come out in 3 or 4. And
cool.
When you want to select a whole lot of them, you hold down, I think it's the A button, and it brings up a circle, which you can then just roll around over everyone, and it picks up everyone that you need.
Okay.
So it all sort of works, and then you've got it's all very. People that are big RTS fans will find it very simplistic, but it kind of needs to be on a console. I haven't booted it up on Windows 10. I don't think my computer would run it because it looks absolutely stunning. The cinematics that are done tie into the story really well. I am a big Halo fan. I have only just recently got the Xbox, but I've always found a way to get a hold of one just to play Halo over the years.
Nice.
So yeah, big Halo fan. I didn't play much of the Halo Wars, the original, but Halo Wars 2 is a standalone story. So it's got...
But Halo Wars 1 comes with it too, yes?
Yes, it does.
Yep, thought so.
Yeah, so I think it's classified as the definitive edition or something.
Yeah,
like that.
it is, yeah.
Yeah, so that comes along with it. Halo Wars 2, basic story is I think it's 28 years after the events of Halo Wars, the original. The crew... See, I've come unprepared, so I can't recall names off the top of my head, but the crew of the ship that you're a part of has awoken from cryo. They know nothing of the events of Halo 5. All that they know now is that a new enemy has has come out, and this new enemy, which is the Banished, members that were pretty much slaves to the Covenant, and were pretty much they were treated as cannon fodder by the Covenant until one of them rose to power and led a rebellion against them, and they are one of the most brutal enemies that I've ever seen in a video game.
Wicked.
They are larger than life. They are huge. These epic warriors sort of things. They're pretty much like the orcs and whatnot of whether it be Warcraft or Lord of the Rings or anything like that, on steroids.
Oh, yeah.
Wicked.
Yeah, absolutely nuts. So yeah, best RTS I've played in a long time. The fact that I could actually play it on a console and a massive TV was even better. And yeah, very simple to get your head around, and great story to follow. And yeah, there's more info, like I said, on Aussie Games.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you're not prepared for this, but
Yeah.
there is a review on AussieGamesExpress.com, so go and check that out. You'll get more information there. That's all in there for you. Anything else from anyone?
No.
No? No?
No,
Not that I can recall.
just more stupid amounts of time on the Division.
Yeah, you're playing the Division. That's fair enough. All right, well, how about we move on to video game news?
Let's.
Okay, first up in the news, Red, you're going to tell us about Spelunky. Programmer shoots from downtown.
Yeah, I am. So you'll probably can't speak to Pat because I know you better. Sorry, Pat. You're a bit of a fan of the Spelunky game, correct?
Who, me?
Yes. You
No.
played it more than probably any of us.
Oh, but if you've played it for less than 2 minutes.
Oh shit! What's the one you used to play? I thought it was Spelunky, or was it something to do with mining? But Spelunky's to do with mining. I don't know. Anyway, so the game that Luke hasn't played.
I think you're talking about SteamWorld Dig.
Oh shit! Well, you can't really research that on the interwebs, can you, prior to a show? Fuck.
Nah.
Anyway, the game that's not like SteamWorld Dig, but kind of could have been, is actually called Spelunky.
Yeah.
Which is a PS Plus title. So if you've had PS Plus membership for the best part of the last 3 years, you should have it on there. Go check it out, if you wish. Not recommended by Luke 1. Andy Hull is the programmer of Spelunky. And anyway, so he's got a game that's it's slated to come out on Steam, firstly and foremostly, in early 2018. And it is quoted, "A perfectly timed uppercut is the best counter to a dunk." So it is very much like your NBA Jam. So this resonates with the people of our age, of our vintage. So it's another sort of NBA Jam game, but you can actually fight instead of just running into people and pushing each other over, which is really, really cool. It maintains the 2-on-2 basketball theme, but with a beat-em-up over-the-top action with special moves, devastating dunks, and game-changing equipment. So, players can purchase equipment that increase their abilities, like shoes that let you dunk from anywhere inside the three-point arc, magnetic armor that helps to attract the loose ball, and gloves that shoot unblockable shots. At this stage, there's confirmed to be 2 modes: local arcade mode for 1 to 4 players and a story mode accommodating for co-op play. Hull has come out and within his press release doodat reporty, he has been quoted to have said, "Gain the upper hand as you slam opponents with slices, powerful digital blast, or trap players in Grandma's jam jar as Jerry the Strawberry. But to keep the beatings going, you'll need to earn special attack charges through high-flying dunks or confidence-smashing rejections. Score from shot pads on the court to rack up additional bonuses such as money, extra points, and more. Mega shot pads even allow players to grow an enormous size body and dunk through the ceiling." Expect this to be on Steam early next year, and I'm really hoping I have a computer by then.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, you'd get into that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, probably.
It's just a fuck around 2v2 NBA Jam clone without the licensing.
Yeah, sounds good.
Fuck, sounds wicked.
Lovely. All right, next bit of news.
Yes.
Konami considerably in the black post Kojima.
So, after Kojima have left, that small development company known as Konami, that are responsible for the production of most of the Metal Gear Solid games and a yearly released soccer game, have come out and told everyone in a report that their profits have jumped a 70% in 9 months after parting ways with Kojima. Was he really worth that much? I don't know.
But did you
But
say
worth
that
noting,
they jumped?
It jumped 70%, yeah.
Well, that actually confirms something that I heard from a insider at Konami.
Just someone you have coffee with, yeah.
Yeah.
So there was something floating around, like a little bit of sort of, you could either take it as gospel or clickbait. Just something I was seeing floating around. It's that there's been this, obviously we've all heard that there's a gag order on Kojima, that there's no real sort of information about what happened and what went down, but the real reason that Konami booted him in such spectacular fashion was that MGS5 come in at nearly double the budget that it was originally done, and months late. So, and if you look back through all of his titles, they've all gone over budget, and they've all been longer lead time than what he's promised, and that was the final straw. So because it was, admittedly it was a phenomenal game, but it was still well over budget, and that was the final thing. So because the discussions were had within Konami to actually try and wrangle it in, things happen behind closed doors where obviously his team has sided with him, and that's why the internet access was restricted, access to emails and everything was restricted, and then ultimately a extremely messy breakup happened. But
But that kind of puts it in context, because I don't have any of that information here, but no wonder they're up 70% because they don't have to go over budget on something that they're making.
Yeah, well, that's probably it.
Hence why they're making more profits.
On what?
But Konami now primarily makes their money from the mobile games of the likes of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, which reminds me I need to drop another $37 on that. that has been reported to be downloaded over 25 million times by the four same people. There's also a Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game that they have three people in the corner the recess play. They got a subscription to that and Kleenex for their constant runny noses. And no, fuck it. That was really mean, because I know, oh wow, because someone the other day, I think Chaser put up on the page what's good to play on mobile because he wanted to give his mate a plug for his game. One of the people that follow the page jumped on and said that Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links is a really good game. So I take all that back. That was all in satire. It wasn't on the lengths of PewDiePie, so Disney should still want to hire me. I take it back. Konami are also responsible for the Pro Evolution Soccer, and I know we've got EA that comes out every year, but so does PES, and PES is still gaining traction up against EA from what I hear, all reports I hear coming out of England being that's their primary sport over there. Just to close, this year Konami is, I like how this is worded, Konami is expected to release Super Bomberman R on Nintendo Switch, Metal Gear Survive on PC, PS4 and Xbox One, as well as Pro Evolution Soccer 2018 on PC, PS4 and Xbox One. And I'd say the only guarantee there would be Pro Evolution Soccer, followed by Bomberman. Yeah, there you go.
Very good. That was entertaining and insightful. All right, next bit of news. Early hands-on with the Switch and the Ramifications.
Okay, so there was some news a couple of days ago that I'd put aside for this exact moment. You know, I've built up to this. And there was more news that came out this morning that added to this and kind of detracted from the original piece, but I'm going to put them both together. And you're going to get the one news piece. So the most dedicated news sources are AussieGamesExpress.com, and find a link to the podcast. And while you're there, subscribe to YouTube. So the Nintendo Switch isn't out until March 3rd, as we already know. Mm-hmm. But there's a NeoGAF user, and his name's Hip Hop the Robot.
Oh, yeah, good bloke.
Yeah, good bloke. Yeah, Pat had coffee with him.
Yeah, he sung at my wedding.
He looked to be the recipient of a balls up with the mail, and got a Nintendo Switch.
Oh.
And he's proceeded to make a video just showcasing the UI. Obviously, there's no games.
I saw
and
that.
He goes through a really quick setup. Yes, I'm English. Yes, this is the date. Yes, this is the time. What's my name? My name's Neo, sort of thing. So he's gone real elusive to try and hide his identity in case of any backlash.
And then give it to his YouTube.
So, yeah, on YouTube. Yeah, go figure. So he was lucky enough to grab one, and there's a video up, and it shows the UI. The Switch has a 32 gigabyte of internal memory, and the video shows you that there's 25.9 gig available. So, look like 6.1 gig is dedicated to running the device.
Yeah, and we're complaining about 500 gigabyte hard drives in the PlayStation and Xbox. This thing comes with 32.
And every game runs at 60. So yeah, there's a little bits and pieces there about this Switch device and everything like that, and then there's photos come out of the Switch that's been broken down, so you get to see the brains in the inside of it. But there was a release today.
He was assassinated.
In the new... Oh, well, yeah. But it was in the media.
And only socially.
But the individuals behind the Switch leak last week have now lost their jobs and are facing charges.
Oh, like the people that accidentally sent it?
They didn't send it. It was stolen.
Oh.
From a distributor in the US.
So how did this gaff bloke get it?
He bought it hot.
Oh, so it wasn't a mix-up in the post.
No, so he bought it on the pretense that it was mixed up in the post off this other person that actually worked at a distributor that got their copies early, so probably Walmart.
Oh wow, yeah. Well, there should be charges laid there because that's stealing.
Yeah, and Nintendo are pursuing.
As a victim, I feel like a victim myself. I want to press charges because I'm a victim in the fact that he got to play it and I didn't.
Yeah, well, he got to see. There's no games.
Oh, so?
And there's no network. But he got to play with the menu.
Yeah, well, that's what I want to do.
So Hip Hop Robot has come out and said, I understand why they want it back. And it sounds like Switch might have been may have been obtained in the not so legalist of ways before I received it. So them wanting it back is quite within their rights. But he doesn't go on record and say anything. The reason he got caught up with is because he tried to resell it on Reddit.
The gaff bloke?
Yep.
Yeah, tried to sell his Switch on Reddit.
Why?
After buying it illegally, get rid of it. He just wants the views on his YouTube channel and plug it off for a massive profit. Oh, I didn't realise you can have it back. Here you go, Cobber. Fuck off, idiot.
Oh, God. But that's the thing, like, with me, personally, if we had a mix-up like that, and I wasn't... he went out and bought it. But let's just say that it arrived in the mail a month before it was supposed to be released. I wouldn't... Like, as much as I'd be excited and think, wow, I'm going to get some awesome views from this, I'd probably be contacting Nintendo first, because...
You'd be asking the question.
You'd be asking questions, because to make a video and release it on my channel, I'm telling the world that I have this, which is probably illegally obtained. Or at least outside of, like, or within embargoes and things like that. Some embargoes that we've signed come with the threat or the fear of $50,000 fines.
We've actually
you can be prosecuted for half the shit. Yeah, fucking oath, you're right. That's why we're real careful and saying, well, we can talk about it now, but not until Sunday are you going to hear about it.
And burning bridges is a big thing too, so this idiot obviously didn't care.
And people are going to jail for it.
Yeah, well, that's it. That won't happen to me.
For 1 million views on YouTube. Look out.
Yeah, so he's probably made a couple $100, maybe $1,000. Anyway, I hope it was worth it.
Sucked in. But yeah, I thought that'd be a little bit humorous to finish the news off with.
How's that conversation in jail? What are you in for? Killed me mother. What are you in jail for?
Bought a Switch.
You bought a Nintendo Switch a month before the release date. Oh, it's 2 weeks before, whatever. Dickhead. Righto then. Bend
And then you
over.
got the real hard Mike Tyson sort of criminal. So, does it run at 60? If not, someone's losing an ear.
Epic the hard drive. Can you put Skyrim on it?
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Put it in
Yeah.
your hands. 32 gig. How small Skyrim gonna be?
It's going to take half the fucking console.
Well,
I think it's going to have expandable. I think you can put memory cards in it, can't you?
you'd like to think so.
Yeah. To enter Whiterun in Concert Card 4.
Yeah, it's going to be like that. The good old days. It's going to be multiple cards. God damn. All right. That's it for the news.
It is. That was
Oh.
eventful.
Very good one. All right, let's move on to What's That Sound? Hi, Red and Snoogans. We've got Snoogans here still. We've got What's That Sound for this week. Last week, Red, you were so sure that was
Oh, fucking no. We
From
done fucked up.
Software game. I said it was Bloodborne. You said it was Dark Souls 2. And we both agreed that definitely a From Software game. Medieval.
Jason did say it was the same voice actor.
Oh, is it?
I
that's what
unconfirmed,
he
I haven't
said.
checked. But
Okay.
yeah.
But anyway, this was last week's What's That Sound that we done goofed.
It has risen again, Sir Daniel Fortescue. See? The hero of Gallowmere who fell at the first charge. The fog of war and the shrouds of time conspired to turn the arrow fodder into the saviour of the day. But we knows better.
Well, I thought it actually sounded a lot like that old bloke from Diablo as well. What's his name?
From Diablo. Deckard Cain.
Yeah, I thought it sounded a little bit like him too, but probably not if compared, but just off the top of my head, off my memory, I thought it was him. But no, that was from Medieval back on the PS1, and we had Paul Clement and Ross Mark both got that correct. In his early days, the podcast only went live yesterday, but maybe we might have some more people getting it throughout the week. But yeah, we were way off.
Now you say it, now we know what it is. It's like that. The only part that resonates with me is the Saint Fortescue, and the only reason I know is because the only time I ever played Medieval, because remember back in the day, PS1 days, you could go buy the PlayStation magazine, you get the disc with the 8 demos on it.
Yeah,
I only ever played the demo of Medieval.
I never even played it. What type of game is it?
Oh, platformy action, 3D sort of thing. You
okay.
play as a skeleton dude with sword and armour.
Yeah, that's all I
So-
know because of the front cover.
Yeah.
You play it, Pat?
I don't remember that long ago. I've drunk a lot
Stupid.
since then.
Yeah,
Just
fair
to-
enough.
So,
All right, well, do you want to hear this week's What's That Sound? No?
yeah, did you
Oh.
bring it? I moved my mic, sorry, because I was laughing lots.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't hear anything then. All right, let's see What's That Sound. We've got Pat, he's going to join into it with us. You join into us. Ooh, hello.
We do have...
Oh,
Yum.
yeah. At least I'm wearing something this time. The name is Enter Name Here. I don't know if that's a hint.
Jason's fucking with us.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Let's have a listen.
Maybe we should leave a note, eh? Dear Wanker, sorry about the bang-up. Send the bill to me arse.
Did you say dear wanker?
I don't know.
He did. Sorry about the mess up. Send the bill to me, arse.
Fuck your Subaru, I have a horse outside.
I don't know what that is, do you?
No idea.
No idea.
Do you want to know something really funny?
What?
I write into Google, dear wanker, send the bill to me horse. Dear Tony Abbott.
Did you mean?
And then the next one, in praise of Bill Shorten, 5 reasons why he's winning. Obviously not, cock.
All right, let's have a listen to it again.
Maybe we should leave a note, eh? Dear wanker, sorry about the bang-up. Send the bill to me arse.
Try to think of games.
Well, there's a Frenchman and an Irishman, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where's the horse?
It's his arse. His ass.
Ass. Send the bill to my ass.
Oh, donkey.
Well,
I was thinking, man, like, stick it up my ass. Like,
that's what I think it meant.
but he could be saying, send the bill to my donkey.
It could be.
Dear wanker. S-E.
I have no idea.
Saints Row.
Saints Row?
Yeah, that's vulgar.
You haven't Googled it, have you?
No, absolutely not. No. Yeah, well, I did. Good luck finding anything. I found Tony Abbott and Bill Shorten.
See, he's already tried to Google it. This is what I'm dealing with. This guy's... I can't Google, because if I Google, this is what you hear. No, I'm not typing anything in. The fucking microphone
I'm fully stoked you paid heaps for that fucking keyboard so I can hear you type. No. Hey, I've proven to be honest in the last few weeks, and courteous and considerate.
You have. I believe you. That's all good. I know, because if you know that if I catch you cheating again, I'm going to cut your balls off and beat them.
Keep them, yeah.
Put it on the shelf.
I'm going to have to fight your missus for that, though.
No, she forgot where they are.
She hasn't been there in a while, eh?
Ooh.
All right, well, I don't know what that sound is. Snoogans doesn't know what that sound is. Red doesn't know what that sound is. But if any of you guys and girls and children and old people listening know what that sound is, send us a message to our Facebook page and tell us what it is. If you're correct, obviously we're going to work it out eventually, because I'm going to message Jason and say, no, got us again. If you're correct, we'll send you a free game. Simple
Cool
as that.
sound, though.
It is.
Even though we didn't get it, that's a cool sound. It had me fucked. Because I've been listening to that song flat out lately, as I've got a horse outside.
Yeah,
so
that's a good one.
when he said horse or arse or donkey or what, I just went, oh, that's Irish. It
Right.
wasn't, it was Mexican.
Let's have one more listen before we finish.
Yeah, for Red's pleasure.
Maybe we should leave a note, eh? Dear wanker, sorry about the bang-up. Send the bill to me arse.
I know that second voice. I know it. I'm listening one more time. Hang on.
Maybe we should leave a note, eh? Dear wanker, sorry about the bang-up. Send the bill to me arse.
Now, he's obviously a character there that I don't recognise, but I know that voice actor.
The voice, the only thing that pops into my head is Lockstock.
That's the accents. But
Yeah.
You like
at the very beginning when he says, Dear wanker, that voice, I know that voice. Oh, it's just one more time, sorry.
Maybe we should leave a note, eh? Dear wanker, sorry about the bang-up. Send the bill to me arse.
There's just not enough of it there for it to click as to who it is, but I know that voice actor has done another character that I am aware of, but I can't think of who it is. When I find out, I'm going to check out who it is, but anyway. That's it for What's That Sound, so send us your answers if you know what that is. Let's move on to Red's Shout.
Okay, first and foremost, this is impromptu. For fucking interrupting my game discussion about Piranha, which is quite technically at the moment the best game of the year. Pat, shout out to you for joining us on a fucking podcast, brother. Since that's probably the first one since September.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah. So I always like just, popping in unannounced, say good day.
Well, you were.
Sure, yeah. Hang on, Red. I think that's the door. And then I hear, you didn't get me message?
You obviously didn't get the message. Yeah, that's right.
That was cool.
Yeah, because remember, I think I told you before we started the show, I said, I forgot we were doing the show this morning because my head was all, like, I had a massive headache.
Yeah,
and all
foggy, yeah. Well, you pulled out the stops, mind you.
I messaged Pat saying, completely forgot, doing the podcast this morning, I'll give you a call and we're done. But yeah, that was the message I was referring to. It doesn't matter. It means he can come and join the podcast.
Come in and
Well, it worked. Well, after Pat gets the first shout out of the week, I suppose everyone else just gets an honourable mention. A big shout out this week once again to, and not for the first time, Robert, Bobcat, White, Ross, Mark, Aidan Stewart. Thanks for the shout out and calling me out on Piranha. It was nice to know that you were thinking of me. Martin Bonner, which I believe is a friend of our Scottish resident Roy Boy. He's got really prevalent on the page lately. I think he might like Piranha. He's tried to talk Roy into it and Roy's gone, nah, not my type of game. And last but not least, for the comment of the week, I know we had lots and lots and lots of comments on the Wah fucking Channel 7 video, which if you haven't seen it yet, you need to scroll through the page, check it out, like it, share it, and tag your best mate in it so he can laugh also, and then you can all go get the mod for GTA. But a selfish one, because this is called Red Shoutout, not Ages Shout or anything, but the comment of the week was Paul Clennet. In reference to Where's Junglist, because he was with Barjo on the original good game. Good game. Yes. Because I used to like it back then. I actually have Season 1 and 2 on AVI file, which I obtained legally from NeoGAF Tip-Top Robot. So, the message of the week. Hey, Red, you should do your own show and replace Good Game. I know it would have to be rated MA or R, but it would be held truthful. No bollocks. Actually, there's your name. The No Bollocks Looking on Gaming. Sold. And I just asked him to be my manager. You be my manager, tell me where to go, I'll go tell them their game's shit. But yeah, shout out. Lovely. I know you'll be listening because, hey?
First review you have to do on the show, Wanda.
Sorry about the dear wanker. Sorry about the game. Send the DLC up your arse.
I think people would pay just to watch you play that game.
Yeah. The next purchase, because can we go to final words? Because it's probably fitting really well there.
All right, let's move on to last words, Red, not final words.
Well, see, you were listening. You're not so foggy after all. It was a test. So, in my last words, the internets, what do you call them? The NBN might be here a little bit earlier than normal. And Pat, you just said people would love to watch you play that game. The next purchase I'm looking at making is a PlayStation camera, so you can do exactly that for the small price of $24.99 on our Patreon per day.
We don't have a Patreon.
We will. $25 a day. Nah, that'd be cool. Looking to get in the NBN soon. There'll be a little bit of FaceTime, hanging out, playing some games, and doing a lot more streaming. I've been trying to do some streaming lately, but I've been back and forth with Telstra, been getting some internet issues, and so I've done a test on my phone using 4G. Yeah, it's all well and good getting like 30 and 3, but 45 minutes you use about 1 gig, and that's doing it high quality 540. So I might wait for the speeds and the unlimited plan for that.
Oh, good stuff. I hope you do get it soon. That'll be good.
Yes.
Well,
what do you got?
Me, new podcast hosting thingy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not too sure if this podcast... I think this podcast should be up on the new one, but I've got to make sure everything transfers across well. So with the new... Like, basically, it's going to be another... Like, you're going to have to resubscribe to the podcast. I know it's a pain in the ass, but the last one is starting to bite the dust. They're only a really small company. So we're making the move across to Podbean, and all of the links will be on the Aussie Games Express Facebook page to go across, and you'll have to, I apologise for this, but you'll have to subscribe to us again, whether it be on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, or wherever you do. But I will make sure that it is available on all the same platforms. And I believe the title will be The Aussie Games Express Video Game Podcast. So if you just look for Aussie Games Express, it should pop up. So yeah, so we're migrating everything across as we speak. It's literally being done, so it should be done by the end of the week. But yeah, that's probably the most notable thing for my last words.
Moving on up. We must say it is a better thing for us.
It is. It's going to be a better quality service.
It's a typically step in the right direction for our 2017 aspirations.
Yeah, that's right. So, but yeah, with our current hosting provider, they're only a small thing, and so it's very, very minimal. The features that it has, and they went down. the actual
yeah
they actually died in the arse. So I think they have come back on, but yeah. Anyway, I think it's time to make the move.
Or anything that's unstable, it goes against our mantra, really.
Yeah, I want to make sure it's all perfect, and available for anyone at any time. But it's still.
And if anyone's pissy about resubscribing, go find something else with 160 episodes to listen to. That's how confident in my brand we are. How confident in our brand I am, I should say. I'll take that on my shoulders, that comment.
But the podcast is still going to be the same, available on YouTube, so that won't change.
Yes.
All right. Any last words, Pat?
No, thanks a lot for letting me join in.
That's all right.
It's always fun.
Pleasure to have you. I'm glad you had the time. Awesome. I think I'm done. Red?
Yeah, I was about to hang up if Pat goes, I'm going to go play Horizon Zero Dawn. Like, fuck your final words. Last word. That is your last word.
You're done, boy.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, well, wonderful. Thank you to everybody.
One more.
Oh, quick, hold up. Whoa.
EB Games Expo.
Oh, it's in Queensland.
And we have an event on our page.
Yes, we do, before EB Games does.
I've seen someone jump straight on that. I figured it'd be you.
Yep, I saw it and went, yep, doing it. Well, it was successful last year, so...
Yeah, so go follow it. Just click maybe if you want to be kept up to date with everything that's going on, any latest releases that are coming out. Of course, they'll be released on AussieGamesExpress.com. The link will be on the page, but the link will also go to the event of anything that's confirmed as to what's coming to this year's EB Expo. 1 week later than what it was last year, 1 week closer to my birthday, and 2,500 kilometres closer to my parents' house.
Yeah, sounds good.
My mum and dad live 30 k's away.
Oh, from where it is?
Yeah.
Oh, know where I'm sleeping?
With me mum.
Yeah, as long as your dad's not home.
He's right.
Oh, you'll be cool with it?
Hey, he's down.
He'll be on the other side of the bed going, everything you do to her, I'm going to do to you.
Oh, they got separate bedrooms. You're sussed.
Oh, sweet! Lovely. But yeah, so that's in the Gold Coast now. So, what is it? The Gold Coast Exhibition Centre or something?
Exhibition Arts Centre in Broadbeach. Yep.
There you go. So, we'll work towards being there this year. Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you to everybody that has been listening and got this far through the podcast. Appreciate it. Thank you to Snoogans for joining us on such late notice. And thank you, Red, for being you.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks.
Catch us all next week. I am Lucas.
I am Snoogans.
Oh, I didn't even need prompting, and I'm Red. I was going to go, Pat, I like being last.
Well, you're going to come last when you can, don't you?
Oh.
Righto, catch ya.
Fuck your shitty jokes, I have a horse outside. Fuck your horizon, I've got 400 down here. Nah, wicked.
That's it. We are finished for another week. We are packing up our bat and ball and we're going home. If you're keen for more content before the next show, then head over to the Aussie Gamers Express Facebook page and give us a like, and check out our website at www.aussiegamersexpress.com. We are also on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and every other social network that you can think of, except that weird one that no one uses. You know the one. This podcast is also available on iTunes, Stitcher, and TuneIn Radio. See you all next time on the Aussie Gamers Express Video Game Podcast.